Welcome, everyone, to another wonderful episode of What About Hectic by yours truly, me. I hope everyone's been having a great week, great weekend, and all that stuff. Remember, if you like, subscribe, comment, follow the YouTube channel. Speaking of YouTube channels, I thank you so much. We finally hit over 500 subscribers and the views are going up, 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 up. So thank you. And for those that know, when you comment, I will try to respond as much and as fast as possible. Sometimes, it they blow past me, but I'll get on to them and answer them in a timely manner. So this young lady has been on the episode one other time. I don't remember which season, but she's been on. So she knows how I operate. So it'll be able to, do what it do. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring her up and have her reintroduce herself to all those that are not familiar with
All right.
her. Hold
Hi,
up.
I'm Hollywood. My stage name is Miss Hollywood 100. That's MSHOLLYWOOD 100.
All right, so you have on here Miss Woods, which is crazy. Uh which is crazy. All right, so how have you been first and foremost?
I can't complain. I'm getting ready to go to Chicago in like a week and a half.
Okay, okay. Yeah, y'all have fun and y'all have plenty of fun there. Are
Yeah.
you excited about it?
I went last year. It's a pretty good expo. I tried to organize, get more. I'm focusing on getting more content that I want and stuff like that. I think I only have one regular boy girl lined up, and the rest is all threesomes. And I'm going to try to make a couple orgies, but the time that they're having them kind of might run over into what other stuff I'm doing.
All right, so what kind of content are you trying to film now? Because you switched it on me a couple times, and I'm like, I don't know what she's shooting anymore, which is fine. I love someone shooting what they truly want to shoot. So
Yeah.
what is it?
Well, I've got a girl lined up. I think is it three female males and two regular female male threesome
Okay.
so far. I have other people that you know what I mean are hitting me, but like once the time gets close, like bro, I'm gonna like find other stuff to do while I'm there instead of waiting to see if I'm gonna get more work because I'm fine with one or two collabs a day. I don't need to overwork myself. I have a backlog of probably like work from all the way back into 2003. I haven't released yet. I really
Okay.
want to make my own platform to sell stuff over is because it's like no soon do I get some content and want to upload it, it's getting flagged for you know what I mean. And I'm just
Yeah.
like completely over it. I'm to the point where I want to build my own platform and stuff like that and just so I don't have to worry about everything.
No, it's getting
It's getting there.
it's getting there. But I and I know people hate when I say it, and they may hate when I say it. But this episode is called "Too Real for Content." We've done it. We have given the other side ammo to be able to use against us, and because there are some people that will abide by the rules, the term of services, and all that, and there's some people that just are not even making content to sell it. They're just making content just to be the most viral or to be controversial or
Yeah.
whatever their reason is. And so, when these entities crack down, then it's like, oh, they're anti-sex work and all this. And it's like, but yeah, you were popping it in Walmart. You know what I mean? You were by the antifreeze and AutoZone just doing the most. Like,
Right.
what do you think is going to happen? Like, people be like, ah, it's just entertainment, or it's
They
just
do
all.
stuff like that. Now public play is flagged. So, my 20 car play videos have, you know what I mean? My is all taken down and stuff like that. I'm over only fans as far as a platform. I'm really
Yeah.
over it because they're constantly changing their TOS, like the simplest words, and just it's really the way they allow people to do chargebacks and stuff like that too is just really, really ridiculous. I almost like just prefer having people that add my Telegram and selling them stuff directly. The stuff I sell
Yeah.
directly, I don't ever find leaked on the internet either. Like, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Why is everything I put up on certain platforms within a week I could find it on a free site and I'm paying to get this shit taken down, but if I want to take the time to sell it individually, not only am I charging people 3 times as much to send them the videos, I don't find it a week later. I don't find it a week later.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I can't even call it anymore. Shit stuff used to make sense.
mhm.
And now it's overall it's hard for things to make sense on both sides of the coin now. It's just like either you find someone that you work well with and y'all make some fire stuff, and then tomorrow y'all are the biggest enemies because of someone else that you have no idea, never talked to, never. It's just so weird. It's
Yeah,
just such a weird
yeah. I had
area right now.
just like we talk about that about the consent when it comes to filming. You know what I mean? Like I have my one ex got mad at me because after a year I didn't want to rekindle anything with him sexually. Started going through and reporting videos, and then he first tried to deny it because he started with my Pornhub. I lost over 1.5 million fucking views. And they sent me
Hmm.
an email saying this person said they want these 35 videos taken down. He tried to deny it first, and then he said it, started mad because I don't want to deal with him anymore. I should take the videos down, which I can understand if you get to the point where you decide you don't want your content on the web anymore. You're in it. Da, da, da. I understand that. But when he did it, he knew a big portion of our relationship was content based to him filming with me. And
Hmm.
now, did he go and ask everyone he made content with to take their content down? No, it was only me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
purposely, maliciously do things. Or say, for instance, you're dating someone, you tell them, once we get to know each other and we start dating and we develop a sexual relationship, one of the requirements of that said relationship would be for you filming. And then you guys, start getting to know each other a couple months, go down the line, you start a sexual relationship, and they decide, well, I really don't want to film. I really don't want to do the paperwork. I really don't want to be posted online. What does that turn it? That's coercion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that's why I know that it
the
is. Is it not?
world.
Is it not? It
Yeah.
is because when they
It's
do that
it's
to me,
it's
I feel like somebody just stole some fucking coochie from me.
yeah. Nah, it's worse than coercion. It's pretty
Plain
much a
manipulation.
SA. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, these were the terms of us dealing. Even when it goes to filming, either we decided on doing some trade work together. I probably booked the hotel. I booked my own camera equipment, stuff of that nature, set stuff up, came up with the scripts, came up with this, came up with that. We busted wide
Mhm.
open. Now you might say, well, Tech, I really like you. And I'm like, oh, you cool. And they be like, no, I like you. And I'm like, oh, well, I don't. Now it's a
Right.
problem. Now it's, oh, well, all those scenes that we did, now you can't use them. And it's like, nah, I put bread to this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now it's like you taking money out of my mouth, and
Yep.
and people are just right now just doing the most. They are
Yep.
allowing emotions to dictate their uh their business sense, and then mad when no one's like dealing with them because their business sucks.
Hmm.
Yeah.
As soon as I see creators, though, like in the Twitter sphere and stuff like that, that they beef with other creators and get to asking them to take the content down because they're beefing. I don't want to work with you after that. I don't want to work with you
Big
after that.
facts.
I don't want to work with you
Big
after that.
facts.
You
Listen, and
get
me,
to doing too
me, and
much,
you
and
Me and you definitely had some conversations where I'm kind of tight when they don't even tag the photographer, so I'll go and look at a model And if you got mad pictures up and most of them are just you and you talking about how good you are and you not tagged the photographers, I'm not trying to
Mhm.
work with you because I
I
know
tag
I'm not going to get tagged.
Yep. I tag my photographers and people that do the video work. I mean, you know what I mean? When I'm making like the
Yeah.
posts or even on my Instagram, if I have the photographer and stuff, like if I'm doing like shout for shout with someone or like a promo type shit on somebody else's page, I may
That's
not necessarily
different.
make sure you tag everyone. But I mean,
Yeah.
on my own, I try to make sure I show love. Whereas I even people that do my nails and like my eyelashes or something for me. I got my
But
teeth whitened and I shouted them out. You know what
but
I
that's
mean?
the
I paid for
crazy
those
part.
services.
But that's the crazy part. Most people most people will shout those people out before the photographer, the videographer.
No, which is
Exactly. Like
weird.
I get
Which
it.
is
They made you look good and you're appreciative that they made you look good for
no,
said photo or video. But if
right.
the person wasn't there for said photo or video, you
Yeah.
wouldn't have said photo or video.
I actually had someone that did some pictures and video for me. I went to tag him and he was like, oh, he was like, I'm constantly like getting flagged on my platform. He's like, you don't even have to tag me and none of that stuff. He's like, I know you mean well. And I'm like, okay, no problem, because some
Yeah,
people are
I
like
mean,
that too.
some of it could definitely look spammy. I remember
Yeah.
a male talent, man, every time he made a cut, a different cut of the trailer, he was tagging me, and I was kind of like, "All right, bro, I'm good." You know what I mean? Like,
I
you
think I know who
don't have
you're
to tag
talking about.
me in 10 different variations of the same film. You just tag me once or twice. I got it, cool. But 10 different variations of the same film,
On
yeah,
on on
it's
their
not
on
me.
their on their three different pages. I I think
I'm
I know who you're
overwhelmed.
talking about. I think I know who you're talking about.
I'm overwhelmed because I'm trying to show love and I'm trying to retweet it, but I'm like constantly
No, I
spending
got
more time
23 posts for
retweeting
you.
than anything else. Right, like it's
Yeah.
yeah, I'm good. I'm good. All
Yeah.
right, so with that, we're gonna get this show started. As you can see, we are gonna talk some real shit during this episode. So y'all stay tuned right here at Whatever by Hectic.
It's whatever, baby. It's whatever, baby. It's whatever.
All right, so
Trying to sneak and hit my vape.
yeah, it ain't that long of an intro. It's not that long of an
Like
intro.
2 seconds, like 15
Um,
seconds.
Try to do 10. 10 at max.
And yeah.
What's something that people would judge you for if you said out loud? Oh
S-
yeah, and I'm gonna warn you and warn the viewers at home. This ain't gonna be like the last time. Last time was us getting the fans to know who you are and stuff like that. This
mhm.
one's not that. So just be prepared.
Okay.
All right.
This is safe for work. This goes on YouTube, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I don't know. I don't really know how YouTube is when
You
it
just
comes
you just
to
can't you just can't be popping no. I
okay.
mean, we might need to do one like that, but
Not right
not
now.
this
Okay,
one.
that's what I thought. I don't know
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what I could say or anything like that.
You can say whatever. I mean, I'm not
Okay.
monetized yet.
Right. uh something that some people don't like.
No, no,
Uh
no. What's something you like that people would judge you for if you said it out loud?
God, anything in general?
Whatever.
What's something I like that people might judge me for?
If you
Um,
said it out loud. Only if you said it out loud, not if you did it. If you said it out loud.
I usually do the things I say out loud. Um, I have, I think in the creator sphere, I think escorting. I've this is something I can't go by things like I would say but not do, like escorting. You know what I mean? I've actually heard like other girls be like, "Oh, and like I don't think I'd want to work behind someone that also escorts and like I don't escort," and try to act like, but turn around a couple of months later and be like, "What
An
sites are
escort?
those? How do you
Yeah,
how do
yeah.
you screen?" I'm looking and I'm seeing their ads. I'm like, "Bitch, Weren't you just too good for this a couple of months ago?
Listen, I know of a few people
I,
that when they got in, they were talking hella shit about people that escort. And next thing they up here posting tour dates and all this other stuff. And I'm like,
email me
I'm talking about
bio.
where they had like candid conversations with me about how disgusting it was. Wooty wooty woo. And
Yeah.
I'm like, and
Until you do a 50 collabs, you know what I mean?
yeah,
And then there, honestly, I personally think some of the best female talents to work with, especially to do trades with, are ones that started out before they got into contour as other forms of sex workers and escorts, because you're not going to have an issue when it comes to getting down, doing the scene, doing a good job at the scene, and having that weird difficulty after where maybe they want to date you or something like that. They could be more the fixed of this is work brain
yeah.
instead of getting in between all that personal shit too.
I
Some of
I could slightly agree with that, right?
like, well, because some of these
Because
girls are just they let the men manipulate them. Because some of
not
these
even
guys try to
that.
act like they
Not
want what
even not I wouldn't even say it's that. I would say you have more time wasters sometimes,
mm-hmm.
right? You have more inconsistency. You have a lot more sometimes that just don't run their business like a business, because if they, and this is not for the majority. This is not, I'm not blanketing everyone. I'm
Yeah.
just saying there's quite a few, because with this industry it's quick fast money, so they're looking for the quick fast money. And
Mm-hmm.
now unfortunately, if you pay attention, as you probably have, they don't even give a fuck about the money no more. It's about how much clout they feel they're going to get off of said
Sometimes.
person. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So it's like I understand what you're saying, and yes, I will agree. Because even before I got in here, I did some other forms of sex work. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I also run my stuff like a business, and I also
Right.
operate, and so I
Right.
get it. I definitely get that. I definitely get that.
Right.
But yeah, the people that this is my thing too.
Or they set. I hate people when they set up collabs and then cancel last minute. Now, mind you, I'm only doing 2 collabs a day. Like I'm literally, and I don't want to
So the
sit there
rest
and
of your day,
scramble around because you want
yeah.
to cancel last minute because you're going out to party or someone with big clout wants to work with you that you may not
Hmm.
even produce quality content with. And you
Hmm.
cancel last minute on me. I don't want to have to scramble around and find a last minute collab when I'm already prepared for something else. Because every time a lot of times when I've scrambled around and found last minute collabs, I don't like the content and I don't even want to sell it. I don't
It's
like it.
rushed.
Yeah,
It feels rushed. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah. That's
yeah.
and that's
Nah,
another
it's
thing
facts.
I'm working on for this trip because Twitter is dead. It's dead. It's so what I'm working on, I've let them know like beforehand, like I want to do some pictures, I want to get some safe for work stuff, a couple of little video clips to maybe do some cute reels, stuff that I could post on my other platforms to work on my other platforms. I can only
Yeah.
post myself so much, and I feel dumb doing those little dumb fucking reels and shit everyone else does, and like the voiceovers. I really don't like that. I would rather it be make posts of the stuff I actually do, and I'm really not that exciting in real life. That's why I'm always posting food and nails because that's what I do. I cook a lot and I go get my nails and my eyelashes done a lot. You know what I mean?
Nah, listen, but
Yeah. So I would rather,
there's a whole little fan base that probably likes that shit though. You
yeah,
see what I'm saying? Like they're like,
yeah.
oh, we know Hollywood's gonna get her nails done on Wednesday. We can't wait for her to post her new nail
Her
selection.
new set. I
Whatever.
have to actually post this set. I got these done last week. A little
Yeah.
behind on it,
But
but
but you make a very, very, very great point. There's a lot of people that are just one dimensional. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like they don't look at anything outside the box. Like you said, they will go rush and do these collabs, these these large following collabs, for them not even sometimes do them right,
one
or
post with one
for them to come.
to get reposted, posted one time with one tag and never again. Well, they think they're going to ride their whole career off of this person with almost 1 million followers. One person I can't say with a big following count that's great with the cross promo is Gibby, because he's still, even on his Instagram post from our first scene to our second scene, and he's constantly reposting stuff. He's great with that. But I've sat there and looked over people's stuff that seemed like, you know, where they work with a couple of people, got in like on a professional level to go to work with them, been very disappointed in the collab, especially like, you know, they travel and they're trying to do all these collabs, and you know, when it gets to working, and I don't like it, the men in this industry that act like they shouldn't be taking enhancements to make sure that they can perform, because I'm not going to sit here sucking your fucking dick off camera so you can get hard. Your dick needs to be hard already. It's not my job. You know what I mean? And I'm not about to sit there and have a 10-minute video of you having a soft dick. And what am I going to do with that? My fans are going to be like, yeah, they good as fucking dick hard. You know what I mean? I don't like it. It's like, yeah. So like, you know how I am. Like this time I'm working. Not everyone has a higher follower count, but I'm working with people that are already like into doing collabs and have worked with people. They're already doing the stuff, already do a lot of the stuff I want to do. You know what I mean? They're cross promoting all their other co-stars. Like, you know what I mean? They look like they're good performative. I would rather deal with someone that looks good performative wise, that tags their co-stars. You know what I mean? That's into doing the same scenes as me and stuff like that. And then instead of someone with, you know, a 250,000 followers. So,
and I was saying this to someone else. I'm seeing a lot of posts where they're saying, oh, we want to work with only established creators. And I'm like,
you can't go by a follower count to say that they're established. You can't do that.
Exactly. Exactly. And then when said collab or whatever shoot goes a bust, then it's, oh, there's motherfucker here and this
I heard
motherfucker
this
there.
about them. I did hear this about them, and everyone's coming out how they're manipulative. They do weird shit. You know, they try passing off face testing. They're abusive. They didn't respect the boundaries. And da-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean?
And then I'm thinking to myself, what was this research prior to setting up the shoot? Because it's easy.
They have 120,000 followers. That's the research.
That's not research. Like if I'm okay, now has it happened to me? Absolutely, where I booked a person, maybe not know what their skills was all the way because you know they new on the block, whatever. But if I'm booking a blowjob scene and I don't see no blowjobs on your page and I can't go and find any, then I'm rolling the dice at that point, right?
Rolling the dice, yeah.
I'm rolling the dice. And I've seen a lot of girls say, oh, I'm looking for paid bookings. Cool. But all on their site or on their Twitter is just solo shit. All right, cool. I might still roll the dice. But if you hit me with a high ticket value and your following count and your notoriety and your portfolio and all that stuff is lower than someone else that I've worked with higher and that's known, who do you think I'm going to work with?
Right. I've had people get mad at me because I've told them, like, I don't really consider you established enough. Like, you know, even because there's even guys that have done a couple of things. Oh, well, I'm signed on to this one as my manager production company. I was like, bro, like you literally only have 3 scenes retweeted, and like there's really nothing in your own work. And on your sales sites, there isn't much traffic, or you know what I mean, when I'm looking for it. And I'm just like, I don't feel like you are established enough. Like you need to work a little more. I don't want to work with someone that's only done a handful of fucking scenes. I want to work with someone that's deep in there, deep in the industry, that's knee deep in the industry. Like you gotta, you know, I want you to well-rounded, maybe some on a professional scene. Maybe you've done a couple of content houses, you know, and maybe, you know, you go to the industry events and like you're actually like moving around and doing stuff. If I don't want to be your crash dummy. I don't want to have to coach you through stuff, and I don't want to have to do it and then end up with content I don't like. I'm over it. If I'm going to sit there and have to coach someone through something, if that's the only time that's going to happen is on a fan feature, because they're paying me to come work with me. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
coming to just
Yeah.
mostly see me. That's it, and that's all. Just like when
Yeah.
they got like the mask creators, the only mask creator I'll ever work with is Gibby, and that's for obvious reasons. But there's people,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and it's just not worth it for me. Like, well, I have a career and family. Oh, you're not the only one. You know what I mean? So
That's
either
true.
you could take this seriously, or
Mhm.
you keep dealing with the hot wives that don't care, or whatever it is that you do. Because I think a
Yeah.
lot of times they think, I think some of them might think I'm a hot wife because I've had people, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not a hot wife. Like, I'm not. I'm not a hot. I
Yeah.
probably should be. Probably
Yeah.
be a really good one, but I'm not
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, it's the stuff that if I say in case in point was going to hire you, I'm going through your link tree. I'm going to as much sites and as
Bingo.
much things
Yeah.
as I could find, to looking at your engagement, looking at, and engagement, not as much, right? Because we all
Because
know
it's
how,
Twitter's dead. Twitter's dead. Like
yeah.
I want to see that you
Um,
got a good portfolio. I want to see 60, 70
right,
videos on your many vids. I want to see
right,
something. I want to make sure I could at least tag you on all these platforms too.
right.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm looking at how you conduct yourself because
Hmm.
I'm sorry, this industry have a lot of douchebags and a lot of cunty women.
Hmm. You're right too, because I've reached out to girls and been like, hey, and they'll like ignore me, and they all, okay, cool.
Which is
They do
fine,
get kind of weird.
which
Yeah.
is fine, but it's not even how you say stuff. It's just it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Or
You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like you can't say, "Oh, I'm looking for paid bookings," but not you. Are you looking for paid or are you not looking for paid? What is your real motivation? Are you
what is your
trying
real
to make money or
motivation?
not make money?
Right. I mean, and if you're strictly the type of talent that's all paid bookings, I mean, you kind of have to go with what your paid bookings are. That's your bread and butter. You know what I mean? It's like if when you're a content creator and you're doing trades, you can be like, nah, I really don't care to work with you. Say no.
Right.
You know what I
But if
mean?
but like you said, you can't you can't sit up here and say I'm looking for paid work.
And then turn
Paid
everyone
work
down.
hits you up and you turn it down and then in the same breath say how you about to get evicted. That makes no sense.
I
That
don't
makes
even
no
think,
sense.
I think when it comes to certain stuff too, but like paid bookings and people that are, I understand people need to pay their bills and stuff, but they need to find something else to do to depend on to pay their bills too at the same time. Because then when people get to doing stuff, they're about to get evicted. Like, are you going to be able to pay for your testing? Like, after you get your testing and outfit and all this other stuff, like, are you really going to show up for this shoot? Because you're not even really making no money, $200-300, and you might as well just run some ads at that point if that's
It's
what
not
you're
even
ranking.
that. But if you talking about paid bookings and say, for instance, the one people like to throw out is 1,500. Cool. 1,500, you need to come dolled the fuck up. Nails need to be done, toes need to be done, makeup on point, hair on
Hmm.
point, outfits on
Hmm.
point. I'm not talking about Sheen and Temu outfits. I'm talking about outfits, not the same shit
Well, they
that's
got some
copy
cheap
paste
stuff on
repeat.
Shein, but you don't have to buy the cheap shit. You don't have to buy the fishnet little bodysuit things to do your scene, and you can
That's what I'm
actually
talking about.
get the cuter
That's
stuff. Yeah.
or me personally, why am I going to buy shit that I've seen 10 other females wear? I want to
Hmm.
stand the fuck out. I'm gonna look at some shit and be like, all right, I know these chicks can't wear this. I'm buying this. You know
Right.
what I mean? Or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
you go and buy the cheap stuff and then be like, why no one's booking me? Ma'am, your nails look like you've been playing in flour, like you work in construction.
Hmm.
Like what? Like you can ask for whatever price you want, right?
Right.
Let's
But
be
you have to
let's
look
be
at.
clear.
Yeah. See, I know, like, even for me, my nails are always the number one. That's just something how I am, and thankfully, I'm naturally pretty. But I mean, even like when I went in Miami, like I hated it because it was too hot because I had started making sure I wear more makeup and stuff for my scenes and a
Oh,
lot
you
of stuff.
melting.
Yeah, I couldn't even wear the makeup. I was still putting on a little bit, but I couldn't put it on. Oh, I had heat rash all over my ass and everything. I was so pissed. Like I was looking through the that's why I haven't even clipped and hardly posted any of it, because I was actually just so annoyed. I had heat rash and everything. I was like fucking
Yeah.
ready to go home.
Yeah.
And but I do understand there definitely is a price point. But I know, like for this trip in Chicago, I'm getting some hair extensions put in. I bought some, you know what I mean? So I could, and I tell them,
You're putting your best foot forward.
yeah, and that's just for collabs, because I get annoyed too when it's a collab and talents, they show up like they don't even have a fresh haircut, their socks look linty, they don't have nice boxers. Like the least you could do is like, why are you coming like you look like you just crawled out of fucking bed with sweatpants and all the other shit on? Like put yourself together and like look decent. You know what I mean? Put on
Yeah,
a
no,
decent pair of
100%.
shoes and like actually look decent. Like even if you
No.
bring the outfit with you because you know you've got commute and you know what I mean. So yeah, you know I'm showing up and my hair is still in hair clips so my curls don't fucking fall, and you know what I mean. And you fucking
Right.
look like you haven't been to the barber shop in 4 weeks.
No, I mean, I don't.
Can
It's
we look
like me
good?
being a photographer. It's like me charging 2 bands, but when I show up, I'm showing up with my phone
iPhone.
and and no lighting, no
Yeah,
direction, no know
yeah.
how. Like people
Oh,
gonna be like, if you don't get the
yeah.
fuck out of my face, like
Right.
that's
Yeah,
that's how I feel a lot of time. If you don't get the
yeah.
fuck out of my face,
I have people all the time be like, "Oh, I'd love to take your picture sometime." I was like, "What do you have, like a portfolio? Like, what do you? Oh, just my iPhone." Like, why the fuck? I was like, if you want to get off on taking pictures of me, if you check out my booking website, I have rates for social time. You want me to show up? You could screen like everyone else has to screen, so I know your real name and your
yeah,
references, or
yeah,
like get your game up. I don't know, start working. I don't know. At least you could do is have, even if you've never taken pictures of people, at least you could do is have an Instagram where you're using your good camera you do for a hobby, and you've taken
yeah.
pictures of plants and animals or something like that. Horizons. I don't give a fuck. Show me you know how to work the camera before you want to
Right,
take
right,
pictures of me. Because I can
right.
take pictures on my iPhone too. Like I don't care that you have a 17. What the,
Yeah.
you know?
And my other biggest gripe too is when people be like, people gotta pay for my time. People gotta pay for my time. People gotta pay for my time. I'm like,
And it
cool.
doesn't look like
Until
nobody's paying for their time.
or they saying that until it's time to pay for someone else's time. And then it's all this, well, we could do for trade. Hold up, you just gave me your rates and I was said, cool. Then you said, okay, I see you take pictures. Let's do that for trade. If you don't go a fuck the ever living off.
Right. Because if they would have played it right, you could have been like, yeah, we'll do this scene, just cover my little bit of overhead and do some pictures for me as payment. Da 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 da. We can work it out. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, like me, I'm not for like trades, I'm not traveling and paying for testing, going and getting my extensions done, fresh set of nails and all that stuff just for one trade. Like you could catch me when I travel, but if you want me to come all the way out of my time and I am interested in working for you and maybe we could work out something cool and you understand like this is a trade, then yeah, because there are people out there that literally like all the time I get them, they're in New York City and they're like, oh, I'm right here, you could come stay at my place. I'm not coming and staying at your apartment. I'm not. You know what I mean? And then, oh, well, you know, it's not that far. You can't, it's not in driving distance. I'm not driving 6 hours either. Like, you catch me when, you know what I mean? I might be in New Jersey. Like, catch me then. I know some people, they'll travel and they'll do a lot and stuff like that. But I don't have, like, kid. I have household stuff that I do, regular life. You know, I have lupus too. I have autoimmune issues. So I really don't like to do too much outside of what I already do. So it's not even bucket list talent. I still got to try to catch them at an event I know we are going to be at and see if we can work together.
No, facts.
You know what I mean? But they
all
could
right,
like
so-
with you, they could definitely play it better. They could have definitely played it better. They should have looked into who you were. They should have looked into who you were before they were throwing rates and been like, can we work something out?
So that's the problem too, right? We're going back to people looking at following counts and they're just not doing research.
Yeah, you've been in like magazines and everything. Haven't you won an award for your pictures? Like,
yeah. It's right over there too.
Yeah, just because, but it's not in your bio. It's not in your bio, so you must be a nobody. That's what it is.
Well, I'm also tired of the 5-time AVN nominated the 5 time. Like, that's corny. It's corny.
Yeah.
It is corny.
Especially when you
I,
find
and I,
out what the shit is behind getting nominated, and basically anyone, you know what I mean? Anyone can get nominated.
it's
People pay,
corny.
yeah. People pay
You
into
you
them.
told
They
you
sell them
told your
tables for a
you
reason.
told your fans if they vote this many times, you'll send them a pussy pick, and so they voted this much times to get you nominated. Listen, I don't even have the. I tried this last time. I was like, all right, maybe I need to stop being such an introvert and actually let me kind of try to get back on the scene. And
Yeah.
so I went and I tried to get nominated for this one thing, and the people that run it know. So they were like, oh, well, you could use this for your promo. You could do this. You could do that. By the second you could do this, I was exhausted with it
Right.
already.
Like,
And
is this
I was
even
like,
worth it? Like,
I'm like,
struggling with
I'm good.
I'm struggling with to just post every couple of days, and you want me? I got to do all this every fucking day. I'm stressed
Yeah, I'm
out.
good.
I'm stressed out.
I'm all the way good.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't mean that much to me at all. You know what means a lot to me? When I could go to my phone or my computer or to my fucking bank and be like, damn, that was that. I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. All these awards someone said it best, and I never believed her when she said it, but she said the worst thing that ever happened to her was her winning the award. And I
Because a whole
didn't
bunch of
realize it
people.
till yeah, I didn't realize it till after I won mine, and I was like, oh, people people want to get next to you because you're it right now.
Hmm.
Not because of anything that they saw that they were like, yo, I fucks with you. You know what's crazy? I've had more fans be like, yo, I seen when you did this, this, this. Wait, what? I posted that like years ago. Oh,
Right.
you remember that one time that you were super excited because you got these brand new lens? I was like, what?
Right.
Oh, your gecko inhabited. I saw when you start building that's what means way more to me
Right.
than this fake, oh, you this. I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
about none of that. I stopped caring about that a long time ago. Long time ago. Long time ago.
Hmm.
It's depressing. But with that, we're gonna go ahead and take our first commercial.
Are
Okay.
you the smartest dummy or the most dense genius in your friend group? Yeah, us too. That's why you'll fit right in with the Enlightened Idiot podcast, live every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. We're talking bold takes on sex, mental health, current events, and all the stuff you forget you care about until somebody says it out loud. So slide through, kick back, and get your dose of real talk and reckless wisdom. Stay enlightened.
All right. So for y'all that don't know, I'm also on another podcast called The Enlightened Idiots. I will try to change that commercial soon. I have all the material to do so. I'm just fucking lazy. I'm not gonna hold you. I got a lot of shit going on. But we got some great shows coming up, so check us out every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm definitely on there acting the fool, a whole fool too. So like this calm demeanor, I'm not that way on that show. Maybe because it's not mine. Well, I mean, it is part of me, but I'm able to be a little. I don't know, whatever. Go over there and check it out because it's a good time. All right, what's your biggest? I'm not proud of this, but I'll do it again moment.
That time I got in the fist fight at that content house and thrown out, definitely wasn't proud of it. But if I was in the situation circumstances where I felt like, yes, you know what I mean, I'll do it again. Yeah.
So that was crazy because you were hitting me up. One of my homies were hitting me up about it because we were all in the same area. I was
And then
just
they
not
sent it
there.
off. And then they sent it off to Zeus,
Yeah,
and
I
that's
just
what I would
wasn't
come back
there
to get
that
pilot.
night. Yeah,
We worked
yeah.
together in the car thing. We ended up working
That was
together.
later. That was later though. That was after that.
No, this happened like the first day or two, like the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
night.
yeah. But our scene was
Happened
way after
after.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
couple.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah,
but
that was, and that's when I realized like this whole content world that we were in is just changing when it's not even about the scenes anymore. Like there used to be people that would like if your scenes didn't look a certain way, if the quality wasn't a certain way, if
mhm,
they weren't fucking with it. Now it's like anything is content, and I do agree, anything can be content,
yeah,
but I'm not willing to do the most for content.
right.
You
Either
know
am I.
how I am. I'm kind of in the cut, chilling.
Either am
I
I.
might be
I'm
drinking
glad.
something.
I'm glad I make a couple of you know what I mean? Because a lot of times when you see even the people that go super viral and make millions, they turn around and I feel like how much money do you need to make before you just decide to buy some properties and invest it in something else? Like how long are you going to do this for? So for me, like I'm cool with my bills are paid. I'm saving money. My credit's going up. You know what I mean? And I've
Mhm,
got realistic goals I can reach. And at the
mhm,
same time, I don't want to have to worry about my kid going to school and someone showing him something at
mhm.
the same time. You know what I mean? And certain
Yeah.
stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'll do a lot, but I don't want to bring it to the point where I'm all over the tabloids and Bonnie Blue in it type deal. You know what I mean? I think she's got a lot of
Yeah.
freedom and stuff like that. She's very smart, very good at marketing. Shit, she does a lot of rage baiting. She'll go on the podcast. She doesn't care. Like you're not hurting her feelings at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But she also has a different home life. You know what I mean? Than say I would. Like if I had a different home life and I didn't have kids or something like that, or they were like way older, grown, maybe it would be a different situation of how much I would do to like, you know what I mean, bring in traffic. But right now, I mean, I could always be doing better, but I'm sure enough could definitely be doing worse. So
I am of the belief that as long as I can see myself in the mirror and recognize who I am,
who I am.
I'm good.
Mhm.
I'm good with that. But I know, and not that situation, but I've known so many people that go viral and they hate themselves every
After.
fucking day.
Because it
I don't want to
actually
live
gets
like that.
it actually gets to the point where and if you go viral and you can't bank off of it the way you want to and now like even me, like I don't like it because a lot of people recognize me and I really don't care to get recognized when I'm out doing things. I don't want to have to feel
Mhm.
like I got to drive to the next town over to take my kids out to eat because people just have the parasocial relationships and they do weird shit, you know what I mean, or feel uncomfortable like I need a security guard with me, or you know what I mean? And that's what
Right.
happens. Like some people go super viral and now they've got weird people saying stuff to them, death threats and just saying horrible
Mhm.
and degrading things to them, you know what I mean? Because with that, even if it brings traffic, that brings money, it brings a lot of negative aspects too. And you know what I
Right.
mean? We're
But
already
you brought up a very good point, right? Earlier. You said if you're doing all this shit and you making all this money, like why aren't you investing in it? Why do you think so many people in this industry make money, but they just don't put it where it
and then
should
they're
go?
traveling 24/7, renting different apartments in different cities so they don't got to get hotel rooms and you know what I mean? And then
That
there's
shit
some people
much.
they do have kids and next thing you know, they're on the road 20 days out the month and they're not even with their kids and their family. You know what I mean? The kids are with the dad or the mom or the you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
or
I
stuff like
I
that.
pay enough. I pay enough for where I live, and I like it.
Yeah.
I like to be here a lot more. I'm traveling a lot more this year, but last year I think I went maybe one place, maybe
Mhm.
twice. The year before that,
The year
once.
in 2004, I didn't go anywhere. I moved. I moved. I had a whole bunch of shit going on.
Same.
Yeah. So, and I mean, this year I'll probably take 2 trips And then my kid wants to go. My youngest wants to go to Vegas. He wants to go to that Mega Mart. So I'll probably do like a little 3-4 day trip with them because they've been saying they want to do that. You know what I mean? I take him for his birthday when there's school break. So, but that doesn't count for anything. Or we're going to be going out to eat. He wants to go to that Mega Mart. Like literally, that's all he wants to do. And I was like, "Well, you want to go do this, and that?" And he's like, "No, but just that one day we could go there and we'll spend all day there." And I'm like, "All right, man.
You got a good 1 hour.
Oh God, I'll be so fucking pissed. I'll be like, we are here all day.
Yeah. I got a good 1 hour. All right. So be real. Have you ever kept anyone around because they just dicked you down so good?
I've had people that I dealt with a while because I don't know, I've gotten a lot of good dick, and you know what I mean? But in the long run, I don't know. Like I don't talk to any of them anymore. I got to the point where some of this shit just was working out, and then like I said, like I'm content based. Like once we're bullshitting each other around, not seeing each other anymore, and you're not helping me with content, I don't even care about you coming and fucking me because I feel like you don't even deserve to fuck me now because you're not providing. And then after you have someone in your life for a while, they start to take advantage of that aspect too, you know? So
how so?
They feel like their place is permanent. We've been back and forth through this and that, you know what I mean? And it's just not, I'll travel. I mean, if it came down to it, I could do solos, you know what I mean? So it's just, I'll travel to work with other people. And then like, I got such a bad taste in my mouth having boyfriends work with me because of my ex going through and reporting my shit. And I went through because he started threatening, and I took down like 35 videos off of my many vids, my OnlyFans, and my fan. I took them all down. I feel like that was his only little bit of power he could still hold over me. And then once he couldn't get what he wanted from me, he tried to like flex that power. Like, oh, if you don't want to fuck with me, you need to take that down. I was like, wow, you trying to sexually extort me, you piece of shit?
It's pretty much what it is. But
it was, yeah.
What's more dangerous, someone who knows they're toxic or someone who thinks they're a good person?
Someone that thinks they're a good person. Like how?
Damn, she didn't even think about that. Yeah. It was like,
no. This is actually something I contemplate on about a lot. Like, say for me, I'm not necessarily nice. I can be, but I'm not necessarily inadvertently nice. But I'm a good person. But I know a lot of nice people that aren't good people. It's like the men that say, but I don't beat my wife or cheat on her. It doesn't mean you're a good man. Or just like the women that are like, oh, we do 50-50 on dates or whatever the fuck sphere they want to be in. No. Someone that thinks they're a good person. Because a lot of times people that think they're a good person, their ideals of what they think is good, they think this is the only thing that's good and therefore I'm better. And they just, I don't know.
Okay. What's the most attractive red flag someone can have?
Attractive red flag.
Yes.
And I've done a lot of growing. I don't find any red flags attractive anymore. I've done a lot of growing.
Okay, cool. And I like the mature you.
Yeah.
What red flag did you used to think was the most attractive?
Blowing up my phone, making different text now numbers, continuing to try to get a hold of me.
When you like stalkers?
I used to be like, oh, they really care. I'm like me being toxic and blocking them. Don't call me anymore. And now when I tell someone like, I don't want to talk to you anymore, I don't want you to contact me anymore, I don't.
You mean that?
I mean it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean it now. Like I don't want you to contact me. Like, and I'm, you know what I mean? And it even takes a lot now, even having someone try to reach back out to me that I might miss a little bit, just blocking that number and not even responding and not giving them any energy, because you give someone, even if it's negative, they're like, oh, she's still, she's still fired up over me. And I'm just like, bitch, I'm trying not to physically fucking tell you to come over so I could assault you. You know what I mean?
Maybe I'm fucking toxic as hell. I'm toxic then. God damn, because I've done shit that I'm like,
I
if
have to.
I still get a rise out of them, whether it's good or bad, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, exactly. And so that takes a lot of growth too on my part. You know what I mean? Because I used to kind of, oh, maybe if they go, because they act like they really care. Now, I'm a firm believer that you should be able to have intimate relationships with people, and we should not argue at all because we should be on the same page. And if you can't
Okay.
get on, like, and I'm not, I mean, like, argue to the point where you feel like you got to block someone because there's obviously something wrong within that relationship where they're not respecting boundaries, they're disrespecting you,
Right.
you know?
Right.
So, like, you would be really, really proud of me, man. I've been standing firm on a lot of shit.
Hey,
I
I'm
used to
not
say,
gonna hold you
and I'm
for it.
okay with
Seemed
it
like
though.
it seemed like for almost a year you kind of ducked off,
Yeah. I
and
was
I
working,
trust me, I know
I was
this
working,
industry
but
is
I'm just,
toxic as fuck.
yeah. But for me, I mean, this year I really want to work on because I haven't been posting my content and stuff, even though I have been working. Last year I did some work, but I've been trying to figure out which direction I really want to go. Like, well, all the issues with ManyVids and all these other platforms and with the political sphere too has been fucking with me and like what I
Hmm.
want to do. And so I think I'm gonna start looking into just getting rid of all of those sales sites and having my own sales sites, or maybe keeping those sales sites and also listing my own too, like literally labeling it on my link tree, like this is the one you want to go to. I don't have shit on the other ones,
Right, right, right.
you know.
Uh, do you think people are actually satisfied or just settling?
I think a lot of people settle. I think a lot
Is
of people
settling
settle.
necessarily a bad thing, though?
It depends. Like sometimes settling could look for ending up with something you don't really want. And even though like yeah, you can like learn to love something, but I mean it depends. Like when it comes in the context of relationships, you settle. A lot of times you're gonna have issues later on because if you're with a man that feels like he settled for you, when the woman he really wants comes along,
He's off.
it's off. You're gonna get her. Or even with a woman, when the man she really wants comes along. But when it comes to certain things, like say, and life's not fair, like say, sometimes you got to settle for the job you don't want because then you can take the opportunity when something else better comes
Big
along.
picture. Big
Bigger
picture.
picture. It
Yeah,
all
yeah.
depends in the context with settling because not all
Mhm.
settling means necessarily, you know what I mean? And like sometimes, you know what I mean, you really want to, go to the meat market and get a nice piece of steak and eat it. But sometimes you got to settle for the pork chops in your freezer. And sometimes it can be just as tasty. You know what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
you don't always have time to run to the meat market.
yeah. No,
Or,
facts, facts.
you're still getting fed. It all depends in the
You're
context when it
still
comes to
eating.
settling.
You're still
Huh?
eating.
You're
I
still
say you're
eating.
still eating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And having to get
Um,
that. Yeah.
how different are you in private versus how people see you online?
I tried to work and change my persona and kind of do a little bit of rebranding. I tried to pull away from like the Queen of Spades stuff and stuff like that, even though I still am
I've noticed
obviously.
that too.
I obviously am, and try to look more polished and stuff like that for certain
Hmm.
things. Because I really didn't like it when people approach me like I'm some dumb fucking whore. I don't like that. I don't know you. I don't, you know what I mean? We're not on that. And I understand it kind of comes with the territory and stuff, but like, are you like, I'm a dominant person in real life. And it's just like, even if it's a paid session, I'm not with someone fucking degrading me. Like a virtual session, I'm not with it. Like,
Yeah.
this is my
Right.
presence.
Hold
Like,
up, but
I
I was
still
able to
want,
do something to you, and we were having an interview, and I
yeah.
was able to say some stuff too that had you like, yeah, I'm with all that shit. So what changed from then to now?
Well, oh no, are you talking about like, well, things like, I mean, in the bedroom, if we got that, like I could play Switch in the bedroom if we know each other like that and we have that consent ongoing. But when it comes to like people looking from the outside, like
Oh, just
fans and stuff,
random, just randos
yeah,
be like,
yeah,
"Hey,
yeah,
you filthy whore!" You be like,
yeah,
"Who?
yeah.
Who the
You know
fuck
what
are
I mean?
you?"
Like I
Yeah,
get
yeah, yeah.
emails, I get emails that guys are like, "Oh, I'll be in Chicago. I'd love a fan feature," and they think I would do a fan feature for free. I'm not spending $3,000 on a trip and coming tested to spend 4 hours coaching some random through a scene when I could be working with actual talents. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And like
yeah.
So, or it just anything, you know what I mean? In real life, I'm like like a notable person. Like I'm real polished. I am really ladylike. Usually, honestly, in my day to day, I am. I like to look like that. Like when I
Nah,
go
I
out.
saw you. Were you wearing? One time you showed me a picture. I don't know if you were in a dress or something, but you had some heels on. I was like, "Fuck you going?" And you like, "Yeah, I'm popping out tonight." I'm like, "All
Yeah,
right."
yeah. Like it go, and I've been trying. I've been well because I've always liked going out, and I dress like when I go out, I like to be like literally one of the best dressed. I like I've had other women come up to me like, oh, like you know what I mean? People's talking about you. I got to get your number. Let's share social media. I like
Mhm.
going out and literally being the main character, and I know I am because other people, other women too, will approach me, and I go out and I see the same people, and people, oh, and I like going out and looking good and looking polished. So I've been working out when I go out, trying to take more pictures and stuff of myself when I go out too, or letting
Yeah.
the videographer and the photographer that's at the party maybe snap some pictures of me too. I've been trying to do more of that because I'm old school. I still like to go out and do things in the moment and have fun.
Mhm. You're right, right, right.
You
The
know what I mean?
whole
That's
let
not
me
all
set the
about
camera up on the tripod and just
yeah,
that's
and
yeah,
all the weird shit. Like
yeah,
I come from
yeah.
like, you know what I mean? I spent my whole teens and the majority of my 20s. We didn't take pictures of everything. Like we get the disposable ones and snap pictures. I didn't have a cell phone until I was 19. And even then, I didn't even have a smartphone until I was probably almost 30 years old. Like I'm
Mm,
got grainy pictures.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
honestly, like so I still like to go out and do things in a moment, even though I know I need to. Like, girl, you don't spend an hour and a half
You,
getting
and,
ready and
and I'm the same fucking way. And I
mhm.
have cameras, and for me to go out and be like the photo shoot that you see me, I had to force myself to do that. And I've been
Those are
talking.
great.
I,
Those are good pictures. That shit looks dope too. I hope you're glad that you did it.
I'm.
That shit
I
look dope.
am. I
It looked
am.
dope
I
as
am.
shit. I sat there and watched the whole damn clip more than once.
I'm not gonna hold you. It took me about 5 months to do it.
It's an ADHD thing, man. You drag your
Yeah.
feet to do the simplest fucking task. So rewarding
Yeah,
after you do it though, isn't it?
it was. It definitely was. And I'm like, okay, I could, kind of feel myself a little bit,
Uh-huh.
because it's not the easiest to do self portraits.
I hate taking pictures of myself. I feel like I look weird. I hate doing it. I hate like me. I
So
don't know.
imagine, so imagine me having to set up a strobe, set up my camera, line myself up where I think I'm gonna be sitting at because I have to figure out where I think I'm going to be sitting at. Set the timer, run in front of the camera, sit down where I think I should be sitting down at,
Yeah.
and having it go off, and then me not knowing how it turned out until I got up, go back over the camera. I'm like, okay, well, damn, I cut off top of my head. I need to adjust it this way, and like it's not the easiest thing. Now,
Hmm.
could I have done the easy thing and put a monitor on there and did all that? Absolutely. But that would have led me to more procrastination. So I
It
had
just
to
won't
do
work.
it when I had to do it.
I don't even like taking selfies. I really don't.
Me
I usually
neither.
when I get to taking pictures and shit, and I forget to I've been drinking.
Yeah, me either. I don't. I feel weird and all that. And if you saw the first set, I didn't feel as comfortable because I'm trying to put on like fits and shit. Like it was weird. I just put on a
Mhm.
t-shirt with this one. I'm a t-shirt and jeans guy. I will
Mhm.
go out and still be dressed in a t-shirt and jeans, right? So the first one I had like on like a kind of sweater and some jeans, and I I just wasn't feeling it. But the one that I did last night, because I did that shit. Was it last night? No, I did it Friday night,
Mhm.
and I just had on t-shirt and I actually had shorts on. I just had a t-shirt and some
Right.
shorts and just boom,
Yeah.
just let
I
it do what it's going to do.
I definitely like it when somebody else well, as long as they're good at taking pictures because I've had like when I went in Miami, I had someone trying to take my pictures and even though I know how to pose, I like it when they give me direction on how I look and they're like, I don't want to have to tell them like, listen, bro, like I'm tiny in the picture, like you need to let me know these things so I know what I'm doing. I don't want to sit here like I don't know what I'm doing because I could work a camera, but there's other times, who else takes really good pictures? Samaj. He does a great job. And
we don't promote Samaj heavy. No, I'm just
yeah,
fucking with you. I don't.
yeah. So I mean, I can't lie. He's, I can't. I mean, if you've seen the pictures, but
Yeah.
there's times where maybe I have a little bit of touch of like body dysphoria or something like that. Because when I try to take my
Mhm.
pictures, I'm like, ew, I don't fucking like this. I'm like, look at my nose. I don't like this. I don't like this. And then let me get in front of a camera as somebody that knows what they're doing. And I'm looking at these pictures and I'm like, holy shit. I was like,
Yeah.
that's fucking me right there. These
Yeah.
look great.
So that's one of the things that I do love, right? Like the photos that I showed you of the client. Like, this was our first time shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Could tell she wasn't, not that she wasn't feeling comfortable, but it when you around a new person trying to, do some stuff, it's different, right?
Yeah.
To the point where she sent me that email and she's like, "Oh my God, like I picked what I could pick, but it could have easily been 40, you know what I mean? Or
Mm-hmm.
50 or whatever the case may be." And knowing that she's probably like, when she gets these, because I was actually editing them before the show,
Mm-hmm.
that now when she gets these photos,
She's
they
gonna be
might be
happy.
posted up in her home somewhere, because that's what she says she really wants. She wants some nice photos because she went to a swinger club and they had these black and whites of these body skate photos, and that's her image, right? So
Yeah.
now she's gonna have those of herself that she could probably post up wherever she want
Mm-hmm.
to post up at in her home. So
Right.
yeah, I do that. You got to do some. I like creating, and I think that's one of the big things that I dislike the most about this industry now. No one's really trying to create. It's
Yeah.
just let me fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's
that's
why I said too, these trips this year, like I'm telling them, like you need to slate at least 3 to 4 hours for us to work together because we need time to do our paperwork, chat real quick. You know what I mean? You let me pull the pins out my curls and something like that instead of sitting there, for an hour and a half after paperwork. I want to do some safer work reels where we're in one
Mhm,
outfit, couple little clips, take a couple of pictures,
mhm,
do some not safer stuff. I want to
mhm,
pre-do our not safe for work poses and angles. So I'm not
mhm,
sitting here trying to pull clips off the video. You
mhm.
know what I mean? Like I want actual content I feel I'm happy with. But I've lost some weight too. Also, like last year to Chicago, I was heavier than I wanted to be, but I wasn't as big as I was when I went to Miami. And I was just like, even though I love a lot of the stuff I did the last time I went to Chicago last year, but by the time the gear came around and in Miami and stuff, and I was just so frustrated, and even I don't know. But like I've lost some weight. I like the way I look now, and with I've been working on looking more polished and stuff like that. I think
Mhm.
this year hopefully to really put out some content that I'm really proud of, and I actually want to put the content out where I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, I like the way this looks. Where I'm not,
Yeah.
like I'll probably never go to another event in Miami in the summertime again. It was fun when I wasn't at work. I love going out to the beach. $30 bottomless mimosas. It was mint. It was great. The bed at the Airbnb was comfortable. I wasn't even tripping about the geckos in the room. I wasn't because that happens down there. But when it
Mhm.
came to work and I had, you know what I mean? I have heat rash. I'm fucking tired. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sun takes it out of you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I can't even put makeup on. And there's just been a lot of things I've been working on too, you know? Even like, like the littlest shit, I'll be like, my hair looks so thin in this ponytail. I don't like these pictures because of it. Like I've been working on that with using like Rogaines and stuff like that to get my hair to come back in thinner and all that stuff. I've been putting some work in on myself for the past several months and shit like that. So I really
No,
want
that's
this
that's
year
that's really. Hey,
come looking
listen.
like rebranded and shit like that. You know what I mean? So the people that I try to DM to work with me, they don't want to answer. They can try to be like, "Oh yeah, what's up with you?" And I could fucking ignore them back. No, I'm not. No, I'm
That'd
not.
be
I'm
the
just like,
sweetest. That's the sweetest thing.
no,
What?
I'm not.
You
No,
work
I'm
with
not
me.
gonna. I'm not gonna ignore them back. I'm gonna respond, see what they have to say. I'm gonna be like, no, thanks. That's looking like
Facts.
I'm kind of busy right now.
Do you think people can handle you long term?
People love me long term. They would like to keep me in their lives forever, unless they're a hater. Most times, though. most times people that like know me and real, they love me. They do. They like me. They, as a person, how I am. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I have all of the best qualities. I'm sure I have my things, but most times the people that really do, you know what I mean? They appreciate
Hmm.
me. They love me. They can definitely can.
Do you ever think that maybe you're the problem?
Come on. Well, problem for what? In what context?
However,
No, I'm not most times. Sometimes I can be. Or I mean,
hmm
I could admit to my part, but usually when I become the problem, I was instigated to be the problem. It wasn't without, you know what I mean?
merit, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, it wasn't without merit. Like I don't go around just being a problem just to be a problem.
yeah.
I definitely do things the way I do things, and that's kind of just what it is. But it also,
Hmm.
comes with my fucking job too. Like I'm not, yeah, because if I'm ever a problem to anyone, and they feel like I'm the problem, dealing with me is optional. Like you could go ahead. Like we don't ever have to speak again, ever.
No, facts,
And I'm
facts.
not even mad at you. Like dealing with me is optional. If you don't like anything about the way I run this program over here, you don't have to be around me. And I'm not like
Yeah.
an inconsiderate person. Like I'm not, you know what I mean? But some might
Mhm.
see me as a little selfish, but at the end of the day, I have to live my life for myself and what matters to me. You know what I mean? For the rest of my life.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, cause I don't do like fucked up shit to people. I'm not like a malicious person, or even if someone probably deserves me to be malicious towards them, I would rather just never speak to them again, because a lot of times if someone brings me to a point where I turned it into an option of dealing with me, they miss me. They miss me. So that's a good punishment enough. No, I'm not
Yeah.
the fucking problem. Everyone else is.
Would you rather be desired by everyone or deeply wanted by one?
Deeply wanted by one, or desired by everyone. See, I do sex work,
That's
so
that
like,
Virgo shit. That's that Virgo shit, though.
no, it
Don't
isn't. I do sex work,
get.
so me being highly desirable by other people keeps me paid. I want
Okay.
both. I want to be desired by everyone, but I want to be deeply loved by maybe one person that I deeply love back. I don't know. I'm not super mahawk. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's kind of hard. Like I want to be deeply loved by two different people and desired by everyone else.
Else, everyone else
Yeah,
got you.
I'm a little
Uh,
greedy.
what's one thing you never tolerate again?
One thing I'll never tolerate again. I mean, I don't ignore. I mean, I have multiple things that I won't tolerate. I'll decide not to tolerate. Business wise,
Hmm.
as soon as they don't respect like my business practices or the way I do it, and demand
Hmm.
special attention, because then I know they're probably even more insufferable in person. They're already being difficult now. Um,
Yeah.
per- Personal wise, I don't like people that are users and abusers. I won't tolerate that. There's a lot of
Hmm.
stuff that I don't tolerate, and some people just get. I mean, I think they think that maybe because I'm really on some, you know what I mean. Even like in personal life, like I have guys try to like ask me on dates, like regular, like not no money involved, and be like, okay, yeah, maybe. And then the day of it comes, and we're supposed to go out for lunch, and they're texting me at 4 o'clock in the afternoon asking me what I'm doing. Like I just block. I blocked. They were already blocked by the time it went up. They were already blocked. But
Why is that though?
why would I give someone another opportunity to play in my face again? Like I already was being generous of being like, oh well, yeah, well we can, if you want to, I'm available this day, and then you text me here and there, and then you go missing. You never send me the plans. Right? Why would I?
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And then if you hit me and I'm like, well, I'm not available. I'm not going to be. What would you assuming I'm going to sit around and wait for you all day? Like I'm not doing that. Like, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, some of that's common courtesy, because a lot of people play those little weird games too. Like, no, bro, don't hit her back. Wait, mad late. Because some people, a lot of times, especially with men, they're on their best behavior when you first meet them. So when they're doing
I
certain,
agree.
when they're even a lot of people, most people are on their best behavior when you first
Hmm.
meet them.
You don't meet most people representation till
It takes a
three to
couple,
6 months.
yeah, and And so if that is their best behavior, it's never going to get better. It's going to be some other issues online. And I'm so into like myself and peace. I don't tolerate any of that. I feel like, I have people that pay me to be mean to them. I'm being
Mhm.
nice to you. You're asking me if I'd like to do something, or maybe your first whatever you ask me to do doesn't work. I say, well, okay, this day. And then
Mhm.
like I'm not being weird telling you I'm not going to be available for 6 days. I might have some other shit going on, and I only have enough energy. Like if I know I got to go to the grocery store and do a couple of things fucking tomorrow, like that's all I'm doing that day. I don't want someone texting me at 8 o'clock at night asking me, do I want to go for drinks at 10 o'clock, especially someone new. Maybe once we already have an established relationship, I know you like that. I'm 100% comfortable with you throwing some sneakers on and running out the house and going for drinks, but not if it's when it comes to new relationships. I really want to see what your best behavior is. It's just a lot of shit I won't tolerate, and I don't. It's disrespectful.
Nah, facts. Don't let someone
It,
treat you as like an option and then
option, and it's not even
yeah,
that. I feel like a lot of times when it comes to me, I think they're just asking, seeing if they could talk to me just to see if I will talk to them, not because they actually want to pursue it, or they want to look cool, or you know what I mean? Like, or I don't know, or they're just used to dealing with women that are complete losers that will really sit around waiting for them to contact them all day just to go for a meal. Like, oh, you bitches do anything for a free meal. I fucking won't. I won't.
yeah. Nah, it's it's different.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get out of here, I don't know if I asked you this the last episode or not, but because of the industry being the total dumpster sewage fire, whatever you want to call it, that it is right now, what's something that you want to get across to the new people getting in the industry, whether it's male, females, indifferent, whatever? What's something you want to get off your chest to tell them before they indulge in whatever they think this
Okay.
is?
It's not easy money. All right.
Although, wait. Let me go ahead and do that. Go ahead.
It's not easy money. Definitely need to research it. It's not one of those things where you're gonna jump into and you think everyone's gonna fuck you and everyone's gonna work with you. It's not some getaway free card access to sex workers. It's not easy money. If you could do something else with yourself, do something else with yourself, because you get on the internet, it's forever. And you need to realize that you need to be ready for it to be forever too. And that's really it.
Right, she's sweet and to the point. I couldn't agree
Mm-hmm.
more. There's a lot of people that think this life is easy, so they come rushing over here and then be like 6 months, they be like, why am I so broke? It's like, no one told you to quit your 9 to 5. No one told
Right.
you to,
Yeah, they
you know
think it's
what
gonna.
I mean?
Because
Like,
I've had girlfriends be like, "Oh, I'm trying to, and how can I?" I was like, number one, like honestly, I'm lucky that I got the following that I have. You know what
mm,
I mean? And I can make money, but I've been doing sex work for years and years and years, so I know how to do certain things. And it's like a lot of the people that were successful with content creators and the ones that are making money is they already had a following on like Twitch. They started up during fucking COVID. You know what I mean? They have PR teams. They're willing
mhm,
to do the dumb stunts that hit the tabloids. You know what I mean? And
mhm,
all of that actually cost them a substantial amount of money. They're not getting on those. You're not doing it. It's not free. You know what I mean? It's not
yeah,
free to host 1,000-man fucking gangbang. It's not, it's risky to go to other countries and do shit where, you get arrested. Like, none of it's free. It all comes at a cost, even if it's not monetary. Like, you need
yeah.
to
It's
be,
there. You couldn't say it better. There is a price to pay, and I'm tired of people thinking that there's no consequence to any of their actions.
no, it is.
None.
There is a price to pay for everything, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I love sex work. I'm disabled. I'm chronically ill. Like, you know what I mean? And dealing with my health issues and stuff like that and working on like eliminating stress, like I love it. Like, there is no, and I can't honestly feasibly see any other profession where, even though it does take everyday work, you got to know what you're doing, but that would provide me the type of life and income where I can be home majority of the day and make the money that I make. Like I can't see, like, unless I want to go to school, become like an attorney and make $500 an hour doing that. But even that comes at a cost. You know what I mean? And sacrifice. Like there's like honestly, but
Right.
it's
Well,
yeah,
we're
everything does.
definitely gonna get out of here because we could
Okay,
be talking for a whole another hour about all
yeah,
this shit.
we
But
definitely
go
can do
ahead
our
and tell
time.
the people, go ahead and tell the people where they can find you at, what you got going on, and yeah, where
Um,
they can subscribe, buy, whatever.
I'm all over the place. You can literally Google Miss Hollywood 100 and it will pull up my link tree, my information. It's MSHOLLYWOOD 100, and that's pretty much it crossed, or some variation of that, across all of my platforms. That's where you're getting my Twitter's that name, my OnlyFans that name, my family's that name, my FetLife's that name, my Loyal Fans is that name, my ManyVids is that name. My Instagram is that name, except for I have underscores in between the Miss and the 100. So I think my TikTok too, except for I have a period before the 100. You could really, that's really it. You can find me all over.
All right, all right. So it's that wonderful time where I get to talk my little piece or whatever. Remember, this. Okay, so first of all, I almost forgot this, although I thought about it earlier. This there's going to be a break in between this show and the next episode because Easter's here. I'm not doing stuff that weekend, right? So,
Right. The Lord's
um,
weekend.
eh, uh, I'm not doing stuff that weekend.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to Atlanta. So if you want to book me for any of your photography or videography needs, go ahead and hit me at. Actually, there's the website right down there. You can go to that
Mm-hmm.
website. You can book me or reach out to me, or you could go to my email or contact at hektekvisuals.com and reach out to me that way. Remember, I also have my videography class 101, 102, and my mentorship program. If you like everything that we have going on, go to my website or go to YouTube at hdnation.com and subscribe, put that notification bell, do all those things and run these views up. I greatly appreciate everyone who tunes in every week to just hear me speak, I guess. With that, stay loyal to those that are loyal to you. Keep those close that are close to you, and don't do anything that you don't want to do. And with that, we're going to be out of here. Go ahead and say good night.
Good night.
All right, we're out of here.